Boys, welcome if you just joined. We are just going to spend a bit of time going through the blunderbuss. If you have any questions or anything you want to see, let me know. We tested the grappling hook yesterday. Boom, trying to get up there. Didn't work. They've actually got that fixed, which is nice. Okay, so I guess first things first. One, it looks super cool. I mean, my guy's looking rather ripped, more so than me right now, but the blunderbuss is looking, it's not like over the top. It's a cool looking weapon. Some of the skins, like I mentioned a second ago, are a bit odd that I've seen, but this one looks awesome. It looks really awesome. So first things first, what does it scale off? It scales off strength as its primary, intelligence as its secondary. So obviously straight off the bat will pair very nicely with all of these strength weapons for obvious reasons. It's their primary stats. So sword, shield, great axe, warhammer, hatchet, spear 2 also could pair very well with, which I think would be pretty wild. The ice gauntlet, top one. I think you're going to see a lot of ice gauntlet blunderbuss builds as well as great axe blunderbuss builds, but it will work as well with ice gauntlet, fire staff, void gauntlet, rapier, musket. One build that I really hope to see, maybe we'll call it the Sea of Thieves build, is the sniper shotgun combo. You know, if any of you guys play Sea of Thieves, you absolutely would have had the sniper and the shotgun together, the musket, the blunderbuss. Epic, man, truly epic. And I really think we're going to see a lot of this. If we don't, we're going to make a build anyway for it because it's going to be epic. So the weapon itself, the skills that it has, a slightly different tree than we've seen normally. Nothing in the past has kind of come down and shot off to the left. It's always been straight down. So kind of funky. I like it. It's kind of cool. It's different. So we'll take a quick look at the active skills first, the abilities that you can use. First ability we have is the net shot, which is fire a large sized net projectile out of the blunderbuss, dealing 40% weapon damage. The net is a large projectile that will slow anyone, which is hit by 40% for 2.5 seconds. You can reduce the cooldown by 20%. You can increase it to a 50% slow. Net shot initial hit is reduced to 5% weapon damage. However, it now deals 35% additional weapon damage as poison each second for 3 seconds. This is what the net shot looks like. Boom. I feel like it ends quite quickly. Does it have a range on here? It doesn't say the range, but it feels like it ends really quickly. I want to see it like go off into the distance. How cool would it be if you could like poof, shoot it up and over like a grenade? But it feels like it. I feel like this is not the way it's supposed to be at the moment. It just disappears far too quickly. I think maybe I'm wrong, but the animation is still, the net's really wide. It's not like it's gone wide and then closed in. It's just really wide and disappears. A bit odd. But that's the net. The next active skill we have, which is pretty cool, is the claw shot. The claw shot essentially will act like a grappling hook to some extent. Remember the old get over here? You will shoot out a claw, and instead of pulling an enemy to you, you will fly over to the enemy. So the actual stats itself, shoot forward a 4-pronged claw attack attached to a chain from the muzzle. The projectile will travel up to 14 meters and cannot pull you upwards more than 3 meters. It will deal 40% weapon damage and inflict a root for 1 second. So in a second, you'll see that we've got kind of the next ability. These could work very well in conjunction with each other. The fact that this has a 1 second root, you hit someone, you root them for a second, you blast them in the face with a shotgun, boom. The upgrades to this are restore 8 stamina every second for 10 seconds. Landing a pellet, even if blocked, lowers the cooldown of this ability by 2% each. Landing a successful claw shot will automatically grant 1 loaded ammunition, and that's it. Boom. Whee. So what you can see, I'm hoping they're going to fix that. As we started the pull, it attached ourselves, the chain appeared, and then we got pulled over to the animal, to the player, to the whatever we were shooting. It's a bit weird. It feels like it needs a bit of love. See that big freeze for a second? Bit strange that. So hopefully that gets sorted out. It feels a bit weird. It feels like when you attach to someone, boom, you should pull in straight away. But that's the claw. That is the claw. We managed to get there in the end. The next ability we have is the Azov Shrapnel Blast. Fire 5 shots. This is basically a shotgun. This is epic. Fire 5 shots in a horizontal van in front of you while pushing yourself backwards. Each shot will deal 58% damage. Every consecutive hit on the same target will deal 15% less damage than the previous hit. This can increase from 12 to 16 meters. you get 4 additional pellets. Each individual hit from this ability or from the blunderbuss primary fire will lower the cooldown. Okay, and the last one fires a bomb out the end as well. So you got the pellet split, and then a bomb comes out as well. This is really cool. I think that was around, was that like 4 to 500 damage per pellet, and then I think that was 1600 damage on the bomb at the end. 4 to 800 I saw, and then 1600 as well. Shoo! Shoo-wee! Let's check the other 2 as well quick. That acted a bit better there. So we can't do poison to a dummy. So I just stopped my screen. On the first shot, I hit 3 pellets. I got a 1200, an 850, and a 700. Let me get a bit closer. I stopped it again. I got 600, a 500, a 300, a 400, and an 800 there as well. And the bomb is so I got 100, 1200, 800, 400, 200, 600, 700, and 1600 as well, all from one. Okay, so that's the containment tree done. Let's have a quick look at the passives. The passives we have on the containment tree are future endeavors. If you land 5 or more pellets in a single shot, restore 1 stamina per pellet hit. Well, ramp. Reloads gives you a damage boost of 4% for 6 seconds, which stacks up to 4 times. Run and gun. Reloading gives you a speed boost of 40% that decays over 1 second. Cheeky little speed boost, I guess. Deep load. The last shot loaded into the blunderbuss will do 15% increased damage. Fortifying aggression. Successful hits within 3 meters grant Fortify. It's good for our cheeky tanks there. Increasing damage absorption by 10% for 2 seconds. It's only 2 seconds. I can imagine this sort of stuff happening on the points for wars. This is going to be awesome, man. Very helpful stuff. And then unload. The next shot fired within 6 seconds after triggering an ability will have 9 pellets instead of 6. This effect can stack up to 2 times. Yes, this name got me as well. Okay, so yeah, the chaos tree. We'll look at the active skills first. Start off with the splitting grenade. This is a big description. In essence, what it does is it shoots a single grenade, which then splits into 3 grenades. I do believe you have the ability to activate that yourself. So just very quickly, shoot a grenade out of the blunderbuss. It will bounce up to 4 times and detonate after 1.5 seconds. The splitting grenade can also be manually detonated by reactivating its ability key anytime. Upon detonation, it will create 3 mini grenades that will disperse and explode 1 second after landing, dealing 85% weapon damage in a 3-meter area. Each successive grenade hit against the same target deals 40% base damage. It's unlikely that you'd hit the same person with the grenade. Unlikely, possible, unlikely. You have a 25% increased damage to targets greater than 50% health. Any grenade hit grants haste, increasing movement speed by 20% for 3 seconds. Multiple hits will refresh the duration. Ooh. And finally, splitting grenade explosions inflict burn on hit, dealing 10% weapon damage per second for 10 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. And I'll show you how it splits. Whee! And that singular grenade did 2k on our little dummy here. Gee, nice. I should be able to show you the bounce. Boing! 2k, 2k, 1.7k. Pretty cool. I like this ability. And I believe it can shoot quite far as well. We were on the fort yesterday checking it out. You can pretty much shoot it from the fort to the point. I expect a 10-man mortar team ready to shoot onto the points in the wars, which will be lovely. What's our distance for this thing? I reckon we can go pretty much to the other side. Boom. I split. It's pretty good though. It's a pretty good distance. Anyway, that is the splitting grenade. We then have the mortar charge. So the splitting grenade and the mortar charge comboed up is going to be pretty cool. Anyway, the mortar charge is essentially you load a fish into your mortar and you fire it at the point like a mortar. It's pretty cool. Load the blunderbuss with heavy canisters for the next 15 seconds or 3 shots. Shots will no longer fire multiple pellets, instead will fire a heavy, fast, diving mortar-style canister. It will deal 126 weapon damage in a 3-meter area, so it's got some good splash damage. Great for points. Each hit grants 7 stamina. With each shot fired, gain a burst of 50% movement speed, which decays in power over 3 seconds. And finally, gain an extra canister. You can now fire 4 shots. Additionally, each mortar charge hit will increase damage from future mortar charge hits in the next 6 seconds by 10%. Pretty fucking awesome. You're probably wondering why I said he loads of fish. Check this out, ready? Watch out, just where the kind of the reticle is, my right bicep or my right tricep at this moment. Check it out. Watch for the fish, ready? Did you see it? Did you see it? Boom. Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Let's fire out our dummies. We'll reload the fish. You can check it out. It's not really a fish. It's like a supposed to be a mortar. But the first time I saw it, I was like, why is he sticking a fish in the gun? Here we go. Ready again. It fucking looks like a fish. I'll try and get a wide shot. 2,200. Here we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretend the point's over there somewhere. We're sat on the wall. Boom, boom. Take that, melee players. Anyway, that is the splitting grenade. That's the mortar charge, and final active ability on the chaos tree is called blast shot. As I said, I'm not too sure about the animation of it. Looks a bit strange. What it essentially does is if you hit someone, it knocks them over. It deals 70% weapon damage and knocks down any target in front of you. When you see this, it is a big fucking area. Again, these 3 abilities, or just this one on the point, are going to be mental for wars. Preparation. Blast shot applies rend, increasing damage applied to all targets afflicted by 20% for 6 seconds. And finally, the area 10 meters in front of you remains influenced by wind for the next 8 seconds. You and your allies gain 25% move speed bonus while in the area. Not sure how effective that's going to be. Kind of cool. Let's check the cooldowns on these as well. 30 seconds. Check this out. It's a bit odd, the animation, but it's quite wide as well. Now imagine we're fighting on a point, whether it's an OPR point, you know, A, B, and C, or the fort point at the end. That's a big fucking area. He also has a fucking cool animation when he shoots it. Cheeky little like pistol whip. Well, blunderbuss whip. Man's got strong hands to pop that off. But we'll check it out. We'll try and look at it from a different angle. It's so good, but yeah, you can see the radius there. It's pretty big, man. Blast shot, blast 1, blast 2, blast 3, chain it, dum dum dum. Mate, the enemies are gonna be sat on their ass. It's pretty cool. Back to the chaos tree. The passives on the chaos tree. Number 1, on a roll. Triggering ability decreases all damage taken by 3% for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. Future planning. Using an ability reduces all ability cooldowns by 4% of the remaining time. Bite back. Every pellet that has a headshot reduces all cooldowns by 0.5. Buckshot. Deal 10% increased damage to any target as long as you have not damaged them in the last 8 seconds. Artillery. Direct damage from abilities is increased by 15% if the victim is 10 meters or further away. This is mortar heaven, this one. Extended chamber. Hold on to 2 loaded ammunition for 2 seconds after reload. We'll load a third active ammunition. And last chance, whenever you take a hit and your health is below 50%, gain 50% damage reduction for 4 seconds. It's a 30-second cooldown. And the last one's doubled down. Once every 30 seconds, your next ability used will have a cooldown reduced by 50%. So let's have a little play with this. I'm gonna stick all the passives on, as many as I can. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 800, 300, 600, 900, 500, 1700. Damn, that's amazing. I'm liking it, boys. I'm liking it. It's pretty cool. That's a quick look at the blunderbuss, boys.